Anyways, hold on. Give me a second. Got him. So let's go ahead and go over this, which is basically the article of the interview for Toshimichi Mori, which is, of course, the creator of Blazblue. There was a couple quotes from this particular article that were going around the internet and I found very interesting. Many fighting games have come and gone over the years, but Blazblue series is still here. Did you ever think it would have lasted as long as it did? Actually, the series has I don't want to say a period, but one ending with central fiction. On the other hand, my feeling is that we've experimented with a lot of things with the Blazblue Cross Tag Battle. So in continuing the Blazblue series, I would like to start with a new type of game with new systems. That's the feeling I have for a goal. Okay, so this is the quote that a lot of people are referencing to, because he's basically saying, all right, because I've now experimented with things like a tag team game, a different game other than the mainline Blazblue series, he wants to experiment with more things, possibly with the Blazblue franchise as well. I do think that there is a chance that there's going to be another mainline Blazblue fighting game, but we don't know when. But what this does mean is that there's going to be a lot more Blazblue Cross Tag Battle. This confirms it 100%. He's not thinking of stopping with Cross Tag. He wants to keep going. He wants to add more characters. So for the people that like Cross Tag, the future of Cross Tag is ensured for sure. I just don't know what they're going to be doing now. There's really no set plan other than Cross Tag and Dark War that they're going to be doing anything with the Blazblue franchise. Not for a while, at least. Blazblue dancing. Oh, yeah. Blazblue Dancing with the Stars. Or if it comes back as a fighting game, it'll be a different style of fighting game. Just like GG is called Guilty Gear Street Fighter 5. So yeah, in a way, yes, that's true. It could be coming back as a very much simplified game. But we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with Blazblue in terms of fighting games. All I know now is that there's a lot of other fighting games coming out that I'm interested in. But if you're a fan of the Blazblue, and if you're strictly just Blazblue, there might be a bit of a hold. It might be a bit of a wane when it comes to Blazblue in general. That's mainly the big thing that Mori said that a lot of people are drawing a lot of attention to. And looking back at it, CF didn't really feel like a goodbye, like a send-off to the series, you know? CF doesn't. It really does not feel like a send-off. It's missing quite a few things. A lot of things that you would think a send-off game would have. For example, like a dub. Even though, like, at first I'm like, I don't really care for a dub, and I still kind of stand by that. I think a dub would kind of finalize everything for those voice actors too, even though they're still doing work for tag. Also, just, I don't know. It seems like with leaving the story like they did, I don't know too much about the story, but I do know the ending of CF. Leaving the story as is, you would think there would be like at least like an extend or like another version of it to kind of put the nail in the coffin and just call it good. Also, game modes that are kind of missing. I would love there to be a Teach Me Lychee or Teach Me Kokonoe mode. That would be great. And there's a ton of different things that I can name off the top of my head that could be in a Send Farewell game, but that's not the case. That's not the case, which is sad. It's sad, but the game is still great. The game is still fantastic. Love watching it competitively. Love playing it. Love labbing it. All that stuff. It sucks that Blazblue might not go into a fighting game route. Yeah, it's unsure at this point. I interpret this many ways. I interpret that into... So, I really think he's not saying BB won't be a fighting game. That he just wants to make a different type of fighting game. Well, you can interpret that many different ways. You can interpret that it could be lost in translation, or it just could be how Mori worded it. Is basically I would like to start a new type of game with new systems. So you can interpret that into, hey, I want to try out a brand new fighting game with the Blazblue characters, or I want to try out new games with the Blazblue characters, similar to how he kind of did with Tag, and now he's did it with he's doing it with Dark War. But one thing's for sure, this is definitely a big delay to whatever's going to happen in terms of fighting games with the mainline Blazblue games. Tag is going to be it's going to flourish from here on out. But the mainline Blazblue games, we're not going to get info for quite a while. Yeah, Granblue is going to be taking a lot of people's time, I think. Granblue is a great example of fighting games coming out that is going to satiate our fighting game palates. Granblue Fantasy Versus is one of the games that I'm ready to go in on. It's so much fun. I had a blast with the beta. I have a blast with, the demos at events that I went to. Granblue being the spiritual successor to Blazblue, what in the heavens hell are you talking about? That is not the spiritual successor to Blazblue.